The most recent leak involving the Pentagon occurred on January 9th, 2026, when a cyber collective known as the Leaks released a massive database of over 320,000 users from a major dark web forum. While this leak is the most recent event to mention the corridors of the Pentagon, it is a complex situation involving different types of data. The January 9, 2026 leaks was done by a hacker known as Ray, associated with shiny hunters and scattered lapsus hunters, published a database breach that won the leak. This wasn't a specific child porn list, but a database of users on a cybercriminal forum. The Pentagon mentioned with the hackers taunted the government, claiming the corridors of the Pentagon and Fort Meadow, NSA, have started wrestling with my name. Note, while this leak sparked rumors of cloaked government identities being exposed, the primary data release consisted of users' names, email addresses, and metadata of individuals active in the cyber criminal underground. Now, this is not the first leak that includes the Pentagon. The identification of Department of Defense, DoD, employees and contractors involved in child pornography investigations primarily stems from a massive federal probe called Project Flicker from 2007 to 2010, and a series of subsequent internal reports that were eventually made public or leaked via the media. While more than 5,000 individuals were identified in the broader investigation, only a fraction were publicly charged. I'm going to go over some of the names of the high-ranking or notable individuals affiliated with the Pentagon and Department of Defense who were caught in these investigations. But first to note, Project Flicker was an ICE-led investigation into subscribers of websites known to distribute child sexual abuse material. It identified 264 DoD-affiliated individuals, many of whom held high-level security clearances. Thomas Edward Curtis, a DoD-affiliated individual identified through Project Flicker. He was convicted of attempted receipt of child pornography and sentenced to 60 months, which is 5 years, in federal prison. Paul Burnell Jones, another individual caught in the same probe like Curtis, he was sentenced to 60 months in prison and ordered into 10 years of supervised release. Christopher Michael Stokes, an employee of the National Defense University located at Fort McNair. He pleaded guilty to possessing child pornography on his computer and was sentenced in 2008 to 60 months in prison. Daniel Joseph Sweeney, named in Defense Criminal Investigation Services (DCIS) reports as a subject of the Operation Flicker probe. Cameron Morrison Campbell, identified in DCIS internal reports as part of the same investigation. Leland Chase Fitzpatrick, named in federal records associated with the investigation. Beyond the initial Flicker list, several high-ranking or specialized DoD personnel have been prosecuted for similar crimes found on the government or personal devices. Edward Thomas Parsons, a former physical security specialist with the Department of Defense in Alexandria, Virginia. In 2019, he was sentenced to 9 years in prison. He and a co-defendant operated a Kick Messenger group chat dedicated to soliciting and distributing child pornography. Investigators found hundreds of images on his personal and work-related devices. Seth Herrera, SPC, an active-duty soldier stationed at Joint Base Elmendorf, Richardson. In 2024, he was charged with possessing thousands of child pornography images. His case gained notoriety because he allegedly used artificial intelligence to create material based on real minors he knew. Aaron C. Massa, CPO, a Marine convicted in 2015. While serving, he was found to have sexually abused a child and produced pornography. He was sentenced to 30 years in prison. The 2010 internal probe leak. In July 2010, the Boston Globe obtained and published details from a 50-page internal document revealing that dozens of employees at the NSA, DARPA, and the National Reconnaissance Office were under investigation. The NSA contractors. Several contractors with top secret clearance were identified. One contractor famously fled the U.S. and was believed to be hiding in Libya to avoid prosecution. NRO official. A staffer at the super-secret National Reconnaissance Office, which manages spy satellites, was identified. This person was transferred to a field office, but at the time of the report had not been criminally charged. Cleared personnel. The report stated that 9 individuals had top secret SCI clearance, 13 had top secret clearance, and 42 had secret clearances. One of the major loopholes used to protect these individuals was the administrative versus criminal distinction. Administrative action. Because prosecuting someone with a top secret clearance can involve spilling classified information in court, gray mail, the DoD often handled these cases internally. Silent resignations. Many employees were allowed to resign or had their security clearances revoked in lieu of public charges. This kept their name out of the public press, but removed them from their sensitive positions. The 5,000 list. The full list of 5,000 names from Project Flickr has never released to the public, as the Department of Justice argues that privacy laws protect those who were investigated but not eventually charged with the crime. I will be doing a video about the loopholes and stuff that they use in order to get away with all this sick, horrific shit that they're doing. And more videos will come with more names being dropped. Have a good night, everybody.